The audio might sound a little bit weird and funky in this setup, so I apologize for that. But today we are diving into some of the extra notes heading into Habs Caps game number 3. And I gotta say, man, things are getting pretty weird up in Habstown. Honestly, I said that we're gonna get into some notes, but really, there are no notes. This is what was posted about earlier this morning during the morning skate. In Montreal, we had ourselves an update from Arpon Basu that says, Marty St. Louis says you'll see more players than usual in warm-ups tonight. On top of Patrik Laine, he says there are a few players battling some things. Game time decisions for the lineup. So ultimately, we don't really know who is in, who is out. We didn't really get any significant information to help us out to give us an idea as to whom it is will suit up for the Canadiens today. And the reason we are saying that is because Laine was the only guy absent this morning at Habs' morning skate. They also announced that he missed the skate for maintenance. Now, 4 hours ago, a lot of folks were going out there and speculating, oh, Patrik Laine's probably hurt, Laine's this, Laine's that, Laine's knee, Laine's something. It's been pretty ugly for Patrik Laine. And it's gotten so bad to the point that you had Michel Bergeron on LCN-TV threatening to cancel his interview on Saturday if Patrik Laine ended up playing today. This was spoken about yesterday. If Laine plays tomorrow, Friday, don't call me Saturday for an interview. I'm not doing any interview. Laine's done. This guy doesn't like hockey. He doesn't want to play hockey. We're paying him $8 million a year? Come on. He's a buyout at the end of the year, Bergeron said. Now, you can put as much stock as you want into Michel Bergeron and LCN TV, but this is what was talked about on the television. It's kind of indicative as to how badly things have gone with Patrik Laine in this playoff series. From game 1, him and his line, Laine, Newhook, Demidov, just the worst line out there for the Canadiens. Severely outchanced, severely outplayed. In game 2, Laine also doesn't look too fantastic. He gets benched for the entire third. And now today, he's the only guy missing from the morning skate. And it's not really being revealed to us at all whom it is will play in today's matchup. Now, there are folks going out there and saying, okay, we might see 11 forwards and 7D. Jean-Charles Lajoie went out there and posted this earlier in the morning. We are exalted. Arber Xhekaj will be in the Canadiens lineup tonight against the Capitals. Oliver Catton is also expected to jump into the fray. Struble and Laine are reportedly left out. The summary, Xhekaj is in, Catton, Struble, Laine in principle, but it can still change. After all, management and Martin St. Louis have every right to think about Florian's relevance or not. Now, I don't know if JIC, Jean-Charles Lajoie, really does have the insider scoop, but he does indicate here that we may see some new names in the lineup in between Kapanen and Xhekaj. Again, it's not officially confirmed, it's just rumblings here. Martin St. Louis hasn't gone out there and said anything, but this is totally fine if that's the case. I think Patrik Laine losing out on some playoff action here, I don't know if anybody is going to severely miss him, to be honest, especially when you think about what he brings and what he is not bringing. What he brings and the actual positive value that he has for the Canadiens, it's quite simple. It's one aspect of his game, his big booming one-timing shot on the power play. That is literally the only value that Laine brings to this team, and the fact is, it's been so good and so phenomenal, amazing throughout the year that just that one aspect alone is enough to bring him into the Habs lineup and give him all the chances that he has been given. He is so good at shooting the puck at the OV spot when Lane Hutson feeds it to him on a silver platter. It's amazing. But the problem is, we're not seeing that out of him lately. He hasn't done that in a while. So when he's not bringing that shot, what else is he doing? Not much. So for Montreal, heading into this Game 3, assume Laine is out. Assume he's injured. Assume his knee or whatever, something. Assume, I don't know, if you go 11 forwards and 7D, you have Xhekaj in there, you have Catton in there, something. Actually, I think the math works out. If you assume that Jean-Charles Lajoie's tweet is accurate, then it's Struble out, Xhekaj in, Laine out, Catton, and okay, yeah, no, it fits. But just think about it like this. Second power play, what's going to happen? First power play, what's going to happen? You're going to have no more Laine on there, so automatically do you put Cole Caulfield in the one-time spot and you have Demidov instead as the rover down low? That sounds like a really interesting idea. I think Canadiens fans have been itching to hear Ivan Demidov's name suit up on that first power play pretty much for the entirety of the season. So I think if you open up that spot, no more Patty Laine, who knows what Ivan Demidov can do when he's cooking at the goal line trying to set up other Canadiens guys out in front. Then I guess you could put Oliver Kapanen in on the second power play if you really wanted to try that out, assuming he is in, of course. Nothing is guaranteed. But ultimately, Martin St. Louis is playing things close to his chest here, and because the Habs are suiting up at home, because there's a really big opportunity for them to take back some momentum, they have been right there throughout this series. Even though they're down 2-0, Game 1 could have gone anybody's way. Overtime losses, you don't ever want to say it was too destined or guaranteed to be a loss. The Habs might have only played for one period of hockey in Game 1, but they still were one shot away. And in Game 2, they had the lead. They choked the lead away, and they were down by 1 goal for the majority of the contest. And even though they didn't look all too great in Game 2 either, I do think the Capitals were significantly better. The Habs were still in it, and that's ultimately what I think it boils down to. The Habs have been so close, despite not putting together a full 60-minute effort in neither Game 1 or 2. So what happens if they do put in that effort? What happens if you break apart a line that has been so torched in Laine, Newhook, Demidov? What happens if you swap things around, and what happens if everybody stabilizes? What happens if you get a 60-minute game out of this Habs team in this playoff series against Washington? You probably get at least an amazing show at the Bell Center. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about all these weird updates for the Montreal Canadiens. We got no updates. That's the update. No update. Laine just didn't skate, and the team said he's got maintenance. That's it. Marty St. Louis not showing his hand here, probably waiting until the Capitals reveal their lineup in order for him to reveal his. Who knows who is actually coming in, who is actually coming out. JIC goes out there and says that Arber Xhekaj and Catton are in, but we don't really have any confirmation on that. So we'll wait until puck drop. Again, I'm not going to be able to watch this game. Unfortunately, I have other plans today. So if we do end up making a post-game video about this Game 3, expect it to be a vlog in the middle of a field with some volleyball nets. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. I know some of y'all will be disappointed to hear that, but the sun's starting to come out, folks, and some very important people in my life have started to gather around more, and I need to be a part of that. I want to be a part of that. I want to dedicate time in my life to the people around me that I care about. So we'll see what happens. I'll probably make a post-game video if there's something worth talking about. If there isn't, then I think we'll just leave it over until tomorrow. I apologize, but that's just kind of how my life works because I cater to those around me that I care about. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Canadiens lineup heading into Game 3, how we know nothing, and what your thoughts are on some of the apparent rumors going around there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.